Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. Well, here we go. You have clicked on today's episode attempt by me. Dentistry rebooted. What's this idiot going to talk about? Here we go. Well, this is a disclosure on my thoughts on how I have tackled the issue, the problem, maybe a treatment modality going forward is that dentistry may need to be rethought. When you have all the kids that are getting cavities and then orthodontia, and then even older adults are getting orthodontia now, getting implants and the like, and then at some point they've got their teeth fizzing at the side of their bed. So what's really happening is mineral deficiencies, which is adding to our dentistry issues throughout our lifespan. And here's what I'm doing. I've indicated before my guinea pig approach to dentistry, and the result is that I haven't brushed my teeth. I forgot to note when I stopped, but it may be 2.5 years ago, and this is now February of 2024. And I've indicated before that I've had a tooth extraction, and that extraction was maybe 18 months in, and that was a tooth issue that I've had for about approaching 30 years, just under 30 years, where they said, nearly 30 years ago, X-ray, that's really close to the nerve, it needs to be addressed, you'll get root canal, we'll fill it up now, and then 6 years later, at my next hospital visit, dentist visit, that's really, another X-ray, of course, they always like to do their X-rays, and then 15 years later, like, this tooth, then I had braces probably, what's that, 7 or 8 years ago perhaps, and I was on my way to getting implants or dentures, whatever route you take, and as a cosmetic approach, I had braces for top six teeth below as a aesthetic approach, and I didn't want them too perfect, so I got them out in, 6 months type thing, and I got the I don't do any what's it called, retainers. I've still got one retainer in, but I'll wait till they cling off. I did the permanent retainer stuff. The top retainer peeled off, and I said take it off, and my teeth haven't really moved. So, and the reason why my teeth haven't moved is because I've probably sorted out my nutrition. Nutrition has a great part to do with our dental health, and there may be a lot to go to have the mother lode to see what is really driving our, because the grandiose plan, the idea, the need, the wish, the miracle that we want is that we want to have our teeth sparkling. Now that is the real oral health driver for people, because I'll tell you, when I told my daughter I haven't brushed my teeth in a couple of years, give me your teeth, give me a look at your teeth, and oh, okay. She was expecting to see smoker, baked bean type teeth, but no, they're okay. They're okay. And let me tell you, 2.5 years ago, they were probably worse than they are now, and I used to brush them all the time, a couple of times a day, flossing a couple of times a week. So that was my regime, my regimen, my routine for my oral health. So I thought, I've come across the whole idea that through the likes of what I stumbled upon with Dr. Joel Wallach and his approach to naturopathic type health modalities, regimes, understanding, and I haven't looked back with my holistic, my overall health, and teeth is part of this, and I've decided to not brush my teeth, because even what brought on this episode idea, or to make it more focused on rebooting dentistry and oral health, is that there's this idea where our toothbrush should be of a soft variety, whatever that's supposed to mean. In the past, 20 years ago, they had medium and hard. People always chose the hard because you scrub, you feel clean, and feeling clean it's got to be healthy. It's got to be healthy, but maybe not. This is one area which I'm maybeing on, and I'm really saying in my humble opinion, because my rationale, my reasoning jury is still out with oral health. But in the two also anecdotes that I have in this household, I'm the first driver, my partner is the second driver, and my partner's teeth weren't looking too good, and without going into specifics, 18 months down the track, her teeth are great compared to what they used to be. Jesus. She's doing really good. Breath as a oral issue, I don't think so. There's plenty of alternate health thoughts out there that it's a gut issue. There's this whole microbiome fashion. It is maybe it is a fashion going through, because let's not forget that it used to be a fashion to think that H. pylori or stomach ulcers were stress oriented, and there was a whole culture of understanding that it's all about stress that causes our illnesses. Usually, there was a particular movie, I forget now, but take this pill, gastric stomach ulcer, this and that. H. pylori. Increase your salt intake and you might sort that, and increase the acidity of your gastric juices, all sorted, okay, with the H. pylori part. So just like protein was a jury which took a year or two to work its way through my understanding and my experience of taking protein, I don't now, for maybe 3 months, no more protein, no more protein powder. Protein eaten in its natural form. Yeah, there's a few fallacies in natural, because honey is natural and glucose, yeah. If Twinkies were around in Neanderthal times, they would have been gorging on Twinkies, don't you worry about that. And the teeth would have felt it. So there's this idea that eating Twinkies, cake, lollies as a child, sugar, acid, is the whole oral health complex. No, there's a lot more to understand, I'm afraid. Fluoride, take it or leave it. A high efficacy idea to improve our oral health is these are markers, tells, signatures of our health, but high on the list, there's a calcium deficiency issue. But for calcium to work, you need ample vitamin D level, okay? Next is getting more calcium sources, not just from dairy. Yes, dairy carries calcium, but it doesn't always end up in our physiology. It doesn't always end up in our tissues and cells. There's this methylation process apparently with drinking cow's milk, and cow's milk makes yogurt and cheese, right? And cream. And it won't, after the methylation process and all that, if you don't have the ample minerals and vitamins, essential amino acids and essential fatty acids that you require, it doesn't methylate properly, and you end up with a donut. Your body, after a glass of milk, apparently can end up with no calcium absorption. Some of that, I probably believe that that issue will be in our gut microbiome. Not really related, but it shouldn't be a rocket science thing. It's a high pH issue in our gastric juices. We need to have our gastric juices down, battery acid levels under 2.0. And the reason why I don't eat gluten is because I can't guarantee that my pH in my gastric juices will be 1.0 and under, because that's what you pretty much need to be able to process properly the glutens. And if you eat gluten and your gastric juices are over 2.0, then slowly but surely your the villi in your small intestine is getting damaged over time, and you absorb less micronutrients over time, and then you age faster, you get ill quicker, and you die quicker. And I've made this prediction over and over in this podcast series that possibly for every 50 years going forward, our life expectancy is going to drop by 5 years, because the easy statistical picking of doubling our life expectancy, of reducing infant mortality, that is the doubling of our life expectancy. And how can our life expectancy go from 40 to 80, say, in more than a century? No, it's not medical science, because the rate at which we had centenarians back in 1900, say, was around 1 in 400. Now it's 1 in 10,000 people become a centenarian. Blue zones, yeah. Well, the blue zones are catching up to the standard American diet, the SAD diet, the standard Aussie diet, the standard Western diet, standard European diet. They're catching up to our chronic health issues. So those blue zones will become, well, they'll still probably be blue zones, because their life expectancy will be 72, where the rest of the world will be 62 in about 100 years. So don't be surprised if you're young now and in 50 years you find that the life expectancy of a human is 72, 3, 4, whatever it is. Mineral deficiencies, okay? And the reason why we haven't gone to cannibalism is because we have ample pigs, cows and chickens in sheds in different places around the world to give us enough nutrition that way. And for the vegans, yes, you may look healthy now. Many look emaciated and aging quicker than the average couch-sitting, Cheeto-eating Netflix watcher. You're not out of the woods either. And it's not dependable, this carrot that you have today and that turnip that you have tomorrow and the carrot the next day hasn't got the same amount of minerals in it. And that's the kicker. You might get a lot of NPK, which all of our fertilizers now have, but the soils around the world which had a lot more micronutrients, a lot more minerals, especially in the soil in centuries gone past, pretty much depleted. We know about micronutrients in the animal, in veterinary science, ever since the 30s, where there was Australian cow issues before Second World War and the like. Anyway, I won't hijack other ideas with what I understand with today's topic, with oral health. So no toothbrushing, no flossing. I even forgot what that is. I've got this little spot down the bottom here. I'll get some pepper in there and I'll flick it out. That's one little thing, structural thing, logistical thing I have with my teeth. They look okay, as per my daughter's eyes, as per my own eyes as well. How I used to, being a coffee drinker and a smoker in the past, now I'm reducing my coffee intake because too much coffee will leach more minerals from your physiology, and that's my effort there. So yes, thank God for dentistry, the ability to pull out an infected tooth, pain, this and that, pull it out, yep, that's fine. Maybe there's a few people that I've heard in recent times, oh, thank goodness for dentistry, every 6 months I go in, get them scraped and all that, and my teeth look great. Okay, how about your baldness, your weight issues, your fat white belly, and then you might die in 10 years if you're 60. What about that? There's a few alternate oral health gurus out there, like Mewing, Mike Mew, all this chewing thing, and then you get the evolutionary health gurus. We used to eat meat and chew off the bone and munch this and such that, and our jaws will be great, and then great. They haven't touched the whole idea of micronutrients, minerals especially. Our teeth are an extension of our bone matrix, and our bones are made of 12 minerals, metallic and rare earths. There's boron in there, selenium, silica, not calcium, but calcium does have important duties in our physiology, and I've gone through some of the things that why calcium is important throughout my musings on this podcast series, and it is important, even though it's not essential for our bones. Yes, our bones need it. Our bones leach it from our parathyroid gland leaches it from our bone marrow, which is in our bone after all, to keep our calcium levels stable, so we can process other physiological systems, sodium and a few other minerals in there, and to keep everything in homeostasis, whatever that's supposed to mean in this fragmented understanding of our health. I am grandiose enough to suggest that this is the mother all, this is the mother lode of health which I advocate for here, and I'll do a shrunken version of what I advocate for here in the Health 44. And what I advocate for here is just quickly, I need to mention this during every episode, because let's face it, this is a crappy production, and not there's a high number of one-off listeners that say this guy's full of shite. Let's compare notes in 30 years. 30 years, let's compare notes, shall we? And let's see if your guru and yourself are still even alive. So, eliminate wheat, barley, rye, oats, the gluten, oils, sugars, nitrites, 4 categories of food gone. Introduce the 4 categories of micronutrients, the minerals, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids, and then those 90 declared essential micronutrients. If you're absorbing the most that you can, your health woes will be gone. Just like with me, disappeared, half a dozen health complaints gone, including obesity and the whole metabolic syndrome complex, a few osteo things like repetitive strain, what is it, carpal tunnel syndrome and all that sort of thing, and the fingers were gone, the shoulder was going, and that was just all osteoporosis. Anyway, that started sorting itself out in 4 days. Yeah. So there's a lot we need to understand with oral health, and I started to indicate what drove this today was this particular episode podcast episode on the Huberman Lab, where Huberman talked to 5 different dentists, and they all congregated, gravitated to the whole idea of acidity. Where was acidity 20 years ago? Sugar. Cut down your sugar. Acidity now. What are we going to blame later? Genes? As well as, like we blame genes for our obesity now? Like, how about your great-great-grandmother? Were they obese? No, you're just fat. Okay, you're fat because not enough chromium, vanadium, zinc, and a few other markers of mineral absorption. And if you sorted out your minerals and therefore all your other micronutrient issues, which start with the minerals, because without the minerals you don't get the vitamins to work. You need certain minerals to, with this and that action, enzyme, this and that, and bingo bongo, then you get the essential fatty acids to work. And let's see how the essential fatty acid chick, the Dr. Patrick, Rhonda Patrick, let's compare her fixation on essential fatty acids, the way she fixates on them in 30 years. Let's see who's doing better, the PhD or this idiot. That was only a registered nurse for nearly 2 decades, but I'm just an idiot. So let's compare notes. So we may have a lot to do to understand oral health going forward, and my guinea pig status, what I'm doing with my reboot in oral care is no care at all, except for doing the Health 44. If you do the Health 44, you've got a better chance at your oral health versus any other approach by force, keeping the dentists fed. It feels better when you take mouthwash. Oh, mouthwash. There's a whole litany of people poo-pooing the whole mouthwash idea too, which also was supported by some of the dentists on the Huberman Lab podcast. That was interesting. So water pick flossing. I tried that 10 years ago. What? Gone. So I have never looked back. Yes, there's this, you haven't brushed your teeth in a week or 2 or 3 months, and well, the week or two part is, ooh, furry, ooh. We don't like that furry feeling, and we brush them. I didn't brush, and a couple of months later, no worries, mate, no worries. The teeth felt fine, they looked fine, and they still look fine. For a 50-year-old that used to drink and smoke and now still drinks coffee, less now in the last couple of months, like, the teeth are okay. They're not going to fall out, they're not stained. So, there you go. Let's think of your own oral health a bit more with a bit of a nudge from what I'm saying here. And how about doing a guinea pig trial for yourself for a couple of years? You can't just do 3 months. And find out whether it all works. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for your interest. And remember, I don't care if you subscribe and like and all that stuff. I don't care. I don't care. So don't do it. Okay, until the next time, bye.